What? You could get in? Hello? Can you visually see the wet when I fell onto this sopping wet grass?
Train control.
Train control. Are they talking back?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
Hello.
These seats are so cool. Look at them. They're painted on. The backs are painted on. While we were down Wellington way, after visiting our son again, we so wanted to check out the rest of the US Marines' old campsites, as we'd been fascinated by their stories at the Camp Russell site in the Queen Elizabeth Park episode. So we're over the motorway again at Camp Maki to see what else the Marines got up to. At home on Camp Maki. A young Marine remembers that the camp was warm and protected from the chilling winds until he returned from Guadalcanal when he was stationed on the other side of the railway tracks. The wind would whip under the tents and through the floorboards, and even their pot-bellied stove couldn't stop them shivering and shaking from those cold winds. Kapiti. More daddy. Yay. The three camps, Maki, Russell and Paekakariki, was where the Americans learned to jungle fight, did weapons training and beach landings, and made lasting friendships with the people of Paekakariki. We just did 1 and 2. We've done 3. That's the pillars, which is just here. So we've done these pillars. Okay. Let's look for the next. Arthur Maki, who died in 1937, would have been astonished to see how his farm buildings were being used in 1943. His homestead was an officers' club, his woolshed a store and post office. Birds. Oh, here we go. We are heading to number 5. Is this number 4 though? To relax from the strenuous life here at Camp Maki, the Marines would attend concerts and dances here, where the American Red Cross employed New Zealanders to organise these events. Young women from around here volunteered to be dance partners, and at war's end, over 1,000 New Zealand women travelled to the US as war brides. 5. To the last number 5, aren't we, Beach? It's the water ones, and we can see them up there. Oh, I better come too. That man's collecting them. He's collecting the flags. He's picking them up. woman collecting them. She had so much info, didn't she? She said something about this bridge being on the angle to do with the water, wasn't it? They had to make it pass through or something for the army people. Oh, I can't remember, she said so much.
That flag lady told us of more interesting information to be found at the Camp Paekakariki site at the end of Wellington Road. So we're off to find that now.
Wellington Road.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding.
Paekakariki means perch of the kakariki, or green parrot. The Maori legend says that Haupipi, while pursuing his wife, came to a rock barrier at the end of the beach. He made a hole in the cliff where he found his wife out the other side.
On top of the world. Dangerous times, don't fly too high.
Oh, the cloud. Glorious. Where does the Paekakariki Hill start? There? Oh, that part over there. Ah. Okay, well there's nothing here as such. Just a viewpoint. Kapiti. We carry on, huh?
On top of the
The site of Camp Paekakariki.
When, in 1941, the Japanese forces advanced further south and eventually attacked Hawaii's Pearl Harbor, our New Zealand government agreed to having an American staging base. The 530 people living here at Paekakariki at that time saw an instant town being erected for the 5,200 American Marines here at Camp Paekakariki. The American troops were rushed off to Guadalcanal in the Solomon Islands, and when they returned here at Camp Paekakariki, it was like heaven after hell. And the people of Paekakariki opened their homes to their Marines, who packed the pubs and the new milk bars and burger stands. They paid local women to wash and iron their uniforms and had children running errands for them in exchange for chewing gum. Other children would watch showers of red tracer bullets night after night that looked like rockets. Then, boom! Our house shook and windows rattled. Then one morning woke up to see large grey warships in front of our house, and Marines in full battle gear leapt out of the front of them and up the beach to the bank. It was terrifying. A young Jeff Roberts scared the wits out of his teachers when he showed them what he had found on his way to school in the Lupins: live ammunition. And Jean Andrews recalls when the Yanks left, it was dead silent, back to normal, back to Paekakariki's 500 population again, absolutely dead. We brought our bikes down with us on one other occasion, as the lady with the flags and all the info told us of more things to see.
Wait for me, Bobby. Pretty flash looking shed. Huh. What? You could get in? Hello? I'm coming. Julie Oliver. How did you know it was open? What the heck? What is this? Make yourself at home. Oh, there goes a bike. And some walkers. Oh.
The Kiwi caravan was once used on Kapiti Island by the Wildlife Service for the interaction of weka and little spotted kiwi. Over time, the bush started to take over the now deteriorating caravan, so in 2012, the caravan was helicoptered from Kapiti Island to the Whareroa farm, where many geckos came with it.
Lizards live here? Wow. And Ruru and other native birds live here too. I never would have known. Glorious gums. Downhill track, those are all bike tracks. So we'll go back to that other catchment one, hey? We went right past it. So we're going to go and have a look now. Oh. I'm on the wet grass again. Oh, yuck. I'm a bit wet now. It's not much of a riding one. Track. It's nasty.
Slide down there.
Slide down here. Because I'm already wet. Onto the rock. And jump. Ready? Go! Can you visually see the wet when I fell onto this sopping wet grass? Relics of the marine's water intake. How about that?
This structure is a silt trap built as part of the water system for the camps. And the sign says that with no stock grazing in this catchment, the water is good to drink. Whew. Both the hub and the toilet's water comes from here.
It's a frog catchment now. Oh, there's a cool spider in there too. Look at her. That's what I fear I'm going to walk in front of when I'm on a walk. So the bikes ride through here. The brave ones. Uh-oh. Oh. That was all right. Clever you. It's a bit bumpy. Oh, it's very bumped. Oh no, it sets my bell off. Popular spot for walkers and bikers. Okay, I'm turning her off.
We found out that the Paekakariki Museum is only open at weekends, so timed another trip down Wellington Way so that we could visit this unique little museum. Because Paekakariki's railway station is on the Wellington to Manawatu's main trunk line and was very busy, 2 signal boxes were needed at both ends of the railway platform to protect the public. The signal box system was discontinued in 1985 and replaced with a remote control system, and in 2008 this south end signal box was restored by the community and is a Category 1 historic place. The first pub here at Paekakariki belonged to Scotch Jock Nichols and was where the Paekakariki Hotel was situated. Scotch Jock's wife, known as Betty, swam from Kapiti Island to the mainland with her baby strapped to her back to warn her people of an impending attack of another tribe. And weatherboards from Paekakariki's hotel that was demolished were used in the restoring of the signal box.
After the fall of Singapore, which was the 15th of February 1942, they bombed Australia.
I suppose in our street alone there would be 6 to 8 boys lost.
There was a large call-up of people out of it.
The Marines loved New Zealand's milk, where they almost drank the city's creameries dry. Milk bars were set up all over town to accommodate the Marines' thirst.
Years after a bit of World War II mischief, a Kapiti Coast town has welcomed back a lost artefact. The bell at the Paekakariki railway station was...
Two pranksters from Fielding, who were off to fight in the World War II, were aboard a troop train when, passing through Paekakariki station, decided to borrow the large brass bell from the station's platform and take it with them to war. Years later, in their old age as returned servicemen, one of the men finally told their story of the bell to a family member. The soldiers had returned the bell after the war, but it had gone missing again when the station was decommissioned 40 years later. And in 2012, a family member discovered the bell being used at a Masonic Lodge meeting in the Manawatu town of Rangatia, where 2 years later, after much ado, the bell was returned for the second time to its old home in Paekakariki.
Who are you talking to?
Train control.
Train control. Are they talking back?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
Hello. Who's the one with the camera?
Ooh. Look at that.
I use it all the time.
You used to? Are you telling me you used to use it? For goodness sake. A modern one. Oh gee, you look cool. You look like the village people. That was you, Bobby. But not at Waikanae.
New Zealand's casualty rate in World War I was one of the highest per capita of any other country, so a next of kin plaque was sent to the soldiers' families to commemorate the service of their loved one.
What do you call that, Bobby? It's a...
Train.
You said a shunting train. Oh, he's waving. They're waving. Hello.
Paekakariki is well known for the start or finish of the Paekakariki escarpment track, which is a great tourist attraction and is part of the Te Araroa Great Walk, which stretches the whole length of New Zealand, from Cape Reinga to Bluff.
Paekakariki Hill Road. Up and over. Fun.
The Paekakariki Hill Road was a military road built after the Hutt War of 1846, where Governor George Grey tried to make peace with the local Māori by building a road from Paekakariki to Pororua. The road was the main highway from Wellington until 1940. In the 1870s, the government had bought Māori land so a railway line could be built along the North Island's west coast. But by 1878, the economy slumped, so the rail line ceased. And Wellington businessmen decided to do the job themselves and formed the Wellington and Manawatu Railway Company. It was a success that helped join the main trunk line from Wellington to Auckland, and many new villages were created along the way and were named after the directors of the Wellington to Manawatu Rail Company, like Plympton, Levin, Shannon and Linton. And travel before the railway was built was along the beach, and naturally that came with many obstacles for the early pioneers to figure out. This 100-year-old hall was used as a picture theatre once, and was the only theatre in New Zealand that played 2 national anthems due to the US Marines' presence.
Do you think we can go in?
No.
Oh, really? Why? Oh, it's sweet. Okay. If you say we're not allowed in, then we won't go in. Pioneer and benefactor. It's by the St. Peter's Church. How nifty. Oh, that could look cool at night. These seats are so cool. Look at them. They're painted on. The backs are painted on. It's so gorgeous. How adorable. Back to the car.
Join us next episode when we reach great heights with great views. So, see you then.